My name is Wally West, and I am the fastest man alive.
Alone on a barren world, Tempest Fuginaut solemnly studies the past. Projected into the sky before him, the Celestial Warden can see the entire history of the Flash, the man named Wally West. Fuginaut sees his training, joining the Teen Titans, making a family with his love Linda Park, and the happy life they had with their kids Jai and Iris. But then the twins were pulled away from him to some distant corner of the multiverse. Lydia didn't even remember her family anymore. The young Wests were alone for a long time. Fuginaut recruited the Flash, turning him into a force for good once again. Wally was the only one who could do what was needed to save all reality from the threat of the dark multiverse. But now, even though the Flash has finally been reunited with Iris and Jai, Fuginaut looks away from the Mobius chair, distraught. Even the godlike Master of Time is upset at the final task he needs the Flash to perform. Wally, meanwhile, is almost unable to talk due to just how happy he is. He's crying tears of joy. He can't process having his kids back after so long. They weren't even dead. Changes to reality made it as if they never existed. Even as Iris yells at her father to run, Flash grabs both children under his arms, sprinting away. He won't let them out of his sight again. That said, escaping this ruined Earth won't be easy. This world isn't like the others Fuginaut had Flash deal with. Dark multiversal worlds are supposed to naturally die. They're just short-term reflections made of the fears of people in normal reality. But for some reason, this one isn't breaking down. It's what started this whole mess in the first place, spreading the infectious nightmare matter across actual reality and corrupting it. Iris warns her father that they can't just jump to another reality like normal. She and Jai have tried time after time to use their powers to break out of this reality, and it never worked. Every time the dark multiverse energy stopped them. Even now, with Wally here, the shadow crashes down on the three Flashes, not willing to let them leave. But Wally West doesn't go down that easily. He sprints forward, giving off a halo of bright blue energy to cut a path for Jai and Iris.
I've seen what dark matter can do. I raced across the multiverse trying to undo the damage, but I'm not afraid. We're family. We can do this. Together we can... Jai, look out!
Hands of dark energy are reaching out of the void. Iris grabs onto Jai, holding him tightly as she can. Wally reaches out, trying to pull both of his kids away, but the dark energy is quicker. The younger West are falling down into the tide of shadow. Wally screams in frustration, desperately trying to reach Iris's hand. He doesn't want to lose the kids, not again, not after all this time. But now he's no longer running, the dark energy slams him down into the ground. Wally's consciousness fades, sinking into his memory. He's back in bed with Linda, apologizing for sneaking out to do hero work. Linda doesn't care. She loves her man. She just warns him not to wake Jai. They're about to go to sleep, but then Iris starts screaming on the baby monitor. Rather than making his wife get up, Wally sprints over to the room, happy to help his girl down. He picks Iris up, cradling her gently in his arms. He kisses her gently on the head. For a few precious seconds, the Flash holds his baby girl close, tearing up. But the memory passes and he's back to falling through the darkness. When he lands though, he's not afraid, he's angry. Specifically, he's angry at Tempest Fuginaut, the one who apparently pulled him out of the darkness. Flash agreed to work for the guy because he thought he was doing good with all this multiverse traveling stuff. But now Fuginaut's seemingly toying with him, bringing him to a world with his kids just so he could lose them again. Fuginaut claims that Wally only made it to this world because he can understand why it has to be destroyed. But before he can explain anymore, Wally finally had enough.
I've been yanked around by you, from one end of the multiverse to the other, since the moment we met. If you think I'm going to help you destroy this world with my kids on it, you are out of your celestial mind.
Before Fuginaut can say even one more word, Flash runs off, already planning how to fix this. Tempest gave him a staff designed to purge dark matter with just one blast. He opens fire on the shadows, trying to purge this world of the dark multiverse's energy. But this time, it doesn't work. The energy keeps growing, and Wally has a grim realization. This isn't a world overrun with dark matter, it is dark matter. That would make most people give up, but not the Flash. Wally just starts going faster, pushing himself into overdrive. He starts racing around the planet so fast, even light can't keep up with him, cutting the whole world into pieces with repeated lines of bright blue lightning. The dark energy world can try to heal itself, but it can't be faster than the Flash, can it? While he's sprinting across the world, something stops Wally, knocking him to the ground with a bump.
the Mobius chair. It's floating before him unoccupied. The Flash takes a second, remembering this chair is supposed to have all the knowledge of the universe inside. It's the one shot to get the answers Tempest Fuginaut is trying to hide. As he reaches out, Wally can feel the answers emanate from the chair. Even as his kids were ripped out of existence, the Flash almost was too. The only reason Wally survived was because he got knocked into the Speed Force. He kept running, kept surviving, but this changed Wally. He became unstuck from reality.
Unmoored. One with nothing and everything at once.
That doesn't entirely explain why he was the person Fuginaut needed, but the Celestial Observer notes that even Wally couldn't decipher everything the chair just shared with him in one go. It'll take some time to work it all out. Still, Wally's gotten the basics of it. He was broken by his experiences trapped within the Speed Force and by the loss of his family and friends. Tempest sent him through the multiverse righting wrongs to try to restore him back to his old heroic self. Wally demands to know why. Why did Fuginaut need him restored?
You know why. You figured it out.
You want me to do your dirty work. You want me to kill this world.
More. It can only be destroyed by you because you are the one who created it.
Wally's shocked for a second as it sinks in. Fuginaut's right. This world is entirely made of the Flash's darkest fears, the heroes he killed, the loss of his children. In an instant, Wally realizes what the Fuginaut's plan has always been. He begs the Celestial Observer that he can't go through with this. He can't destroy this world. The price will be too high. But begging won't help now. Sometime later, Wally has finally caught up with the kids. Even on this wretched, ruined world, the Wests have managed to find a little spark of happiness. The two kids are stuffing their faces with crackers and marshmallows. Wally's got a bunch of sausages roasting on a campfire to follow that up. They share a special moment before Iris laughs at her dorky, sentimental dad as he pulls her close for a hug. Jai interrupts, claiming the thing he missed most of all was his PlayStation. Iris is outraged at this. Whatever she might say, she's as big an emotional dork as Wally. The Flash, however, chuckles, not buying it. Jai's just throwing his own words back at him. Wally lunges at his son, trying to tickle him as Iris joins in. The little campfire is full of laughter and good cheer, but behind them the Mobius chair looms, waiting for Wally. Outside this reality, Tempest Fuginaut stands looking on at the Flash's final moments with his children. Tempest is a cosmic being. He's seen universes rise and fall. He thought he'd seen everything, but this is new to the ageless Celestial. Even now, the dark multiversal energy created by this world is continuing to infect the main multiverse. A few hours later, Iris and Jai are sound asleep, Wally tucking them into bed. He takes one last look down at the pair, Iris quiet as she can be, and Jai snoring loudly. For the last time, the Flash gives his son a kiss on the forehead before turning around and leaving the tent. He doesn't want to do this. Not yet, but his options are slim. He's worked out what the problem here is and runs it by Tempest. This planet is made of his fears. The reason it's not breaking down naturally is because it, like him, can self-correct. Just as Wally threw himself out of sync with the regular multiverse, surviving the cataclysm that took his kids by remaining unchanged, this world is out of sync with the dark multiverse, perpetually correcting itself. If Wally doesn't destroy it somehow, the energy will keep building up and consume the regular multiverse entirely. That's where the Fuginaut's plan comes in. The Mobius chair can stop this. If Wally sits in it, it will overwhelm his heart and mind with infinite knowledge. He won't be able to feel emotion anymore. He really won't be a person anymore. It'll remove his memories of Linda, Iris, and Jai. Any trace of his personality will be gone. But so will his fears, and with those destroyed, this infectious world will finally crumble away. Wally asks Tempest if this was his plan all along. Is this supposed to be his penance for getting heroes killed? Fuginaut can't answer that, but if that was some kind of cosmic karma, no one told him. All he had to do was get Wally to understand and give him a chance to do this. Before he sits in the chair, however, Wally insists Tempest make him a promise. When he does this, Iris and Jai will be free. The big gold guy has to get them home. The Fuginaut agrees without a second thought, and that's all the Flash needed to hear. Thank you, Tempest, for giving me the strength to remember the man I was before. And thank you for one last perfect day with my kids. Tempest waves the thanks away, though. All Wally's strength and goodness comes from the hope that's always been there in his heart. The world is starting to come apart now, and Jai and Iris begin to wake up. The two young Wests start running, convinced their dad needs their help.
But before they can reach him, Fuginaut's massive gold hand comes down, trapping the pair. Wally West, the fastest man alive, stands before the Mobius chair. The time for his ultimate sacrifice has come, and he's ready to meet it. He takes his seat in the divine chair. Jai's shocked, dead-eyed. Iris screams for her dad. Wally waves his hands at the twins, smiling through his tears. "Love you. Always." He's about to say a few last words to them, but before he can, the world around him dissolves into shimmering blue sparks. Even the tears in his eyes turn to lightning bolts. The Mobius chair remakes the Flash, twisting his body and soul as he screams out into the void. As they fly through the void, Iris tries to ask Fuginaut to go back and save their father. The Cosmic Observer can't do that, unfortunately. Wally's the one saving them. All that dark multiversal energy is being drawn back to him now, the fears that created it being purged by the Mobius chair. Jai, Iris, and Tempest look on as the Flash's deepest fears converge on this fragile globe, before it finally explodes in an earth-shattering kaboom. It's over. The dark matter is gone. Iris, Jai, and Tempest look on in awe at the bright, shining multiverse, ready for them to explore.
Thank you, Wally West, wherever and whenever you are.
Jai is just now realizing what their dad has done, that he's not coming back. Iris reassures him as best she can. Before they can talk anymore, though, Tempest has a promise to keep. Back on the main Earth, Linda Park is yelling into a phone, trying to get her editor Dennis to put the footage together ready for tonight. Above her house, a swirling portal opens and Linda drops her phone to the ground. Just like that, she remembers her life with Wally, her kids. She looks around, wondering where they are, but running to the window, she sees them. Iris and Jai West, after all they went through, finally made it home. Iris sprints out of her house before the two can even react, tackling her twins into a tight, overjoyed hug. For a while, the three just sit there together, crying tears of joy. After so long, they are reunited. And somewhere, sitting on a chair, the new god of knowledge is watching them. Wally West, or the man who once was Wally West, raises a hand to his head. He's having difficulty processing this. He had been Wally West, and now he is Mobius Chair, or was the Mobius Chair. He flies off into a wormhole trying to process this. Metron, the man who last sat in the chair, was destroyed. The man who destroyed him, a being of incalculable power, touched the chair and in doing so gave it some of his power. Power Flash can now use. The man in the chair speeds through the universe, faster even than his old friend the Fuginaut. He darts over planets, through nebula, between worlds, moving with the unfettered speed of a god. The power is beginning to stabilize, and things are very different now. The Mobius chair and the person who sits on it is supposed to just observe, but now things are different. And that goes for Wally, too. In a few months, he's fully regained his sense of self. Wally's a master of the chair, still able to keep his mind intact despite all of Tempest's warnings. His speed powers, his natural adjustment, let him process the knowledge of the chair far better than his predecessors. Still, if he wants to remain intact, it's going to take an iron will. Wally focuses on what he needs to retain his sense of self. His personal history, meeting Barry Allen the Flash before him, Wally joining Teen Titans, his first superhero group as Kid Flash, becoming the Flash himself after Barry's death, the loss of his kids, the deaths he caused back at Sanctuary, his meeting with the Fuginaut, all the things that led him to be here sitting on this chair. Now the Flash has full mastery of the chair. Wally can see all of the universe's history stretching out before him, but as he watches, it seems to change. Teams fade in and out of existence, events seem to contradict each other, multiple versions of teams both exist at once. Wally needs to work out what's going on. He takes a closer look at the day he became Kid Flash. He knows how the story is supposed to go, but when Wally uses the chair to watch it, two versions of the event play out at once. In one, he's introduced to Barry by his aunt Iris West, just like he remembers it. In another, though, Wally has a younger nephew with him, Wallace West. Even this version of Iris looks different. Next, he looks into the group that defined his early life, the Teen Titans. Here too, things are strange. Two versions of the team form years apart with no knowledge of the earlier group. The same event repeating twice in one world. Even the history of the Flash family no longer adds up. Multiple truths and individuals coexisting and contradicting one another. Time and reality inside our world have fractured, broken, and begun to crumble. He needs another opinion on this. Flash finds Tempest Fuginaut at the edge of the universe and asks him what he sees. The Celestial Observer is shocked to see his friend still sane, but he tries to honor his request. Looking into the Earth's history, the Fugonaut replies that everything is as it should be. He can't sense the disruptions and contradictions like Wally can, but Tempest knows that the Flash can see more than him. He's more than willing to believe that something has gone wrong, something that he can't see.
Can you stop it? Can you reverse the damage done?
My name is Wally West. I'm the fastest man alive. I sit on the Mobius chair. The power of a god races through me. Yeah, I got this. But that's a story for another time. And if you liked today's video, check out our other video on the first DC hero to try to use the Mobius chair. The Bat God of Knowledge awaits you.